So hello guys, so today I just want to show you how these beds are kept. If you look at these beds, they are mixed. There's turkeys, there's guinea fowls, and then there's small chickens. So I wouldn't advise poultry farmers to keep chickens like this, the way you are seeing these beds which are mixed up like this, because small beds will always be bullied. And if you take a look close at these chickens, the smaller ones are always just moving around. They are not eating accordingly because they are being bullied by bigger chickens. So if you are keeping village chickens, which we call the local chickens like this, don't mix them with bigger chickens because the small ones will be bullied. So you find like the smaller chickens now are getting sores, they're being beaten. If you look at this, look how disorganized these chickens are. Others are eating, others are not eating. And to make matters worse, don't prepare just one feeder like the way they prepared one feeder like this. At least if you have another feeder, if you look here, there's a small feeder around here, but if you look again, the small beds are being bullied, which is unfair to keep chickens like this. So one advice I would give is don't keep chickens mixed up like this. Smaller ones and bigger ones, they are in the same place. It doesn't look good, and the other chickens will be not feeding well. And the other thing is, if you keep chickens like this which are mixed up like this, most of the time that usually happens is that the smaller chickens, because their immune system is not strong enough, so they get, if the bigger birds get sick, they can spread that disease to the smaller chickens. Then you start seeing the smaller chickens just dying rapidly. This is another reason why you shouldn't mix up your beds like this, because if you mix them like this, for example, if you want to do vaccination, you don't know which these beds, what age are they. So if you look at these beds, I don't think even knowing like these beds are this old and these are this old, even during vaccinating them, you can't not tell. So the other reason is for you to have proper data on which ones I'm supposed to vaccinate and which ones I'm supposed to vaccinate this type of vaccine. For example, if we want to vaccine our beds against Newcastle, which is an injectable, which we usually do like most after 3 months, sometimes 6 months, it goes up to 6 months. We cannot we cannot inject smaller chickens which are less than 6 months. Now these are mixed, which is unfair for the smaller birds, and unfair also during vaccine, and you can't have proper records. And if you know how the guinea fowls are, they are bullies. They bully the chickens. Even bigger chickens get bullied by the guinea fowls. So please guys, don't mix up your beds like this. Like they are very crowded and the feeders are not even enough. So when you want to like store up your chickens, especially if you want to keep them for sale, because this is business, we do it to sell. But beds, at least they need to be in a good environment, healthy environment, and there's a proper pattern of how you are keeping them. So for these beds, I don't think like there's a proper pattern, and if there's any vaccination schedule, you can't even follow up because the ages are different. So maybe these guys are just keeping them for home consumption, but still though, even if they're keeping them for home consumption, at least data should be there. So let me show you how you should keep your chickens. This next video will show you like how the bed is supposed to be. If you look at this poultry, this is the proper way of keeping the chickens. All the chickens are almost the same age, which means even eating is fair. These chickens cannot bully each other like the other birds that you saw in that other video. They cannot bully each other because at least for them the age is almost the same. There might be a slight difference, but if you look at them, they're almost the same age. So even bullying each other is not really going around because they are just the same age, so they can't bully each other. Yeah, bullying can be there, but to avoid bullying and for proper vaccination schedules and proper analysis of the beds, at least here you can tell like, oh, these beds are the same age, and we can vaccinate them the same vaccine, which is not a problem. So guys, please put the beds in order, not that way. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.